So I looked it up, and although the leaves are not looking the same, let's put it side by side so we could see it better. So even the patterns are not the same, but my research says they are both Calathea zebrina. But I'm having doubts that my research was right. So if you guys happen to know the correct names of these plants, please let me know in the comment section. And I killed 3 of my Calatheas in my collection last year, and I think not killed, but they just died on me. And I think almost everyone seems to be having the same problem with Calatheas. So I thought I'm giving it another try this year, and this was purchased in April, and so far after 4 months it's still doing very well. It's looking good, and it is still actually putting out. Yeah, I think they are going out, those flowers. I have to cut them, but they don't look nice. And yeah, so far I'm getting a few brown tips, but I'm okay with that. I'm fine with that. We get that from time to time, even with the other houseplants that we have in our home. Considering that we have our growing environment inside our home is not the best for our houseplants, so I'm fine with a little browning tips. And so this time I picked the ones with green leaves, the green varieties. And last year all of the Calatheas that I had, they had purple tone to the leaves, even the undersides. And I say that I find that the green varieties are better suited for me in my growing environment. It's doing well. It's less finicky. That's it. It is less finicky compared to the purple varieties. And forgot. To those who are new to my channel, welcome. And for my old subscribers, thank you guys so much for coming back. And I wanted to share a few tips about Calatheas today. So this is the only survivor from the Calatheas that I had growing last year. So this is the Calathea makoyana. And after seeing that, that is a new growth, by the way, and I can't wait for this plant to show its beauty again. And anytime soon it's beginning to unfurl, and I believe I have another growth coming out there. I think that's another growth right there. So tip number 1, do not cut it back. I know it is heartbreaking for a plant lover to watch your a beautiful, lush, healthy looking plant beginning to turn brown and look ugly and slowly deteriorate right in front of your eyes. But with Calatheas, you have to get used to that. I would like to think that that's how the life cycle of Calathea, of the Calathea plants. You have to let it die back so you could get some new growth. And the 3 others that I cut back because I couldn't bear the look of it. It was not a pretty sight. It did not grow back. And if you could see this portion here, that's the part that I cut, and it's not doing anything. It's not growing back. But that single plant there that I allowed to die back slowly. So first, it will start on the edges, it will turn brown, and then slowly it will travel into the middle until the leaf is all consumed, and that's what you get. So once it starts turning brown, it's not going to produce any more new leaf, so you just have to let it die back in its pot. And that's what you get. So I think it is now safe for me to cut this back. I saved it for this filming purpose so I could share it with you guys. So that's the tip number 1. And tip number 2 is the one thing that I did not do to my old Calatheas is I did not place them on top of a gravel. So these new ones, they have been on top of a gravel ever since I brought them home for additional humidity, and I can say that it is working. And same thing with that one, and this one as well right now is on top of a gravel. And yeah, you have to put water in it and make sure that the water is not touching the bottom of the pot. And then that's the tip number 2. And because Calatheas loves high humidity. And tip number 3 is do not fertilize your Calathea as your other houseplants. So what I did with this one is I used a slow release fertilizer in spring, and I did it only once, and that's all it needs really. So as you can see, it's growing well. So as soon as you see that it's not putting out new leaf, the plant it's just going into dormancy, no reason to get panic, it will come back. And then tip number 4 is it doesn't like, Calatheas do not like salt mineral in tap water, so I collected some rainwater specifically for my Calatheas, and it's what I have been giving these plants. And what else? I think it all covers the things that I wanted to share about Calatheas. And yeah, so I thank you guys so much for watching. Take care, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.